what I love about Christmas, which is people force themselves to get together even if they don't want to, and hopefully some of them have a good time and realize that I do this for a reason.
Hey guys, this is Elijah Vargas from the Goal Soul Podcast. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Stephen Kalish, and I'm back for my second episode on the Goal Soul.
Yes, sir. I had you on a little over a year ago, and you said that you were rewatching it, had some stuff you wanted to say. I thought it was a pretty good episode looking back. I thought, looking back, I remember the story you were telling about, was it your grandfather who passed away?
Yeah.
And how he had built something in your backyard, and how hearing the thudding and whatever made you think about him every time.
Yeah.
Every time that happened. I thought that was a really interesting story. So, welcome back, dude. I thought hopefully we could get some good stories out of you this time. If you got any new stuff. And
I always got good stories.
Love to hear it. So, what are your plans for Christmas this year?
Christmas this year is always the same. For Christmas Eve, we go over to my dad's side of the family. My dad's sister always hosts, so I see all my dad's side of the family. Christmas Day, I see my mom's side of the family. My mom's sister hosts. And it's always very fun because they're very different people. My dad's side is a lot more of the formal, we're getting together and everybody's tame and quiet. But my mother's family is a lot of the wild, loud, kind of Italian. Everybody's already fallen asleep because they're drunk by 4:30 kind of party.
Yeah, that's funny. So you guys, do you eat a lot of Italian food at
Yes.
your celebrations?
Yes, I don't know what normal people do on Christmas Day for their food, but we just eat pasta, breads, we have meatballs, we have you know what? I don't know if this year, sometimes my uncle gets fancy and he grills some kind of brisket or really cool meat, but I don't know if he's going to do that this year. And then we have a bunch of desserts, but all of the Italian desserts.
Yeah.
We got the Italian cookies, we got some pastries, we got normal stuff too. We got cake, normal cake. But I don't know what normal families do, but that's what we do. That's what Christmas Day for me is always.
That's extremely valid, dude. We get a variety. Usually we get some good Puerto Rican food. We get some I think this year we're getting some beef from Portillo's. And some Italian beef from Portillo's, so somebody's making that, and then we're gonna get some. There's always pasta or rice and beans type deal. So there's always, we get the carbs, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so and then the desserts are just amazing, but yeah, there's always just a huge variety of food because my family's pretty mixed, to be honest. But yeah, you said you're gonna do. You were talking to me before that you're gonna do a white elephant type celebration with a few of your friends.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the day. That's 2 days after. So that's gonna be on the 27th. We're getting together to do a white elephant. That's my high school cross country friend group that we're all still friends. We get together almost every year and we do this. And this year we're not gonna have as many people because the older we get, I hate to say it, the more you grow apart.
Yeah.
The nice way of wording it is the better people move on with their lives, but in a good way, not in a bad way. Everybody's got to do it. It'll be my turn soon one day.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to keep the tradition going until because it's still worth doing. So we're gonna do that on Saturday. We're gonna have a little bit of fun together, and
I'll see if I can make it.
Yes, you're obviously invited too.
Yeah. Do you know who's hosting?
Kavin's hosting.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did he do it last year? I feel like I went last year.
I think he did do it last. He did it last year. I think you were there last year.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think we've done that.
He's got a really nice place.
Yes, I think we've done that 2 years in a row, but I don't think he hosted 2 years ago. I think it was Jeet.
Yeah.
I think it was Jeet that hosted.
I remember that. Yeah. And I think he did the year before that too.
Did he do the year before? Maybe. I think he was definitely the first one. He's usually the one that hosts.
Yeah.
But this year, Kavin's gonna do it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I loved Kavin's, and I think I remember Chase pulled up and I hadn't seen Chase in a minute.
Yeah.
And was Chef there? I want to say Chef. Chef had just like finished a run. And
Yep, that sounds like it.
he pulled up, and I was like, "Yo, no way."
Yeah, he just walked in the door all sweaty and in short shorts.
Yeah. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Funny.
But yeah, dude. Lately, I mean, I've been going to at school. We have like a church on campus, but I've been going to several churches like around there. But I thought like this episode would be good to like at least start off talking about, you know, the reason for the season, you know, Christ, the birth of Jesus, even if it's not the actual day that he was born on. So, do you have any like any opinions, like anything you want to say about like the birth, like
The birth?
yes, the birth,
The birth?
the manger, or just Christmas in general?
The birth. You know what? I like Christmas always because even if it doesn't align with what religious scholars believe is the actual birth of Jesus, and even if it was originally a pagan holiday that was brought into the religion of Christianity to help people convert, it's still the intention behind it that I really like. It's always a good thing to hear a Christmas song.
Yeah.
I like hearing a Christmas song for a reason. I like hearing a Christmas song because the jingle, the lyrics, the heart that comes out in the lyrics is exactly what I love about Christmas, which is people force themselves to get together even if they don't want to, and hopefully some of them have a good time and realize that I don't hate all these people that are in my life and I actually do this for a reason. Because not a lot of people are like me. Not a lot of people value social interaction.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people love big parties and get-togethers anymore the way that I do. And I think it's a lost art. I think it's something that, especially in my family, I think that there's my mom, my dad, and my sister, they don't love the family get-togethers as much as I wish that they did. And I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not telling them that they're living their lives wrong, but I wish that they loved it the way I do. They look forward to it the way that I did. I wish that they didn't think it was a tiring thing. That's like a formality, almost like a formal dinner. I wish that people kind of understood that Christmas is about. It's a holiday that falls in the calendar where you're forced to remember that this should be the good part of the year. This should be a little reminder that you should be grateful for everything that you have. Put aside your goals and ambitions and celebrate, take a break, what good things you have right now so that you can basically not lose hope and love for the world. I mean, nothing is ever going to be. I think people fall into a trap that Christmas can't be that. Christmas can't be what you want it to be because it has to be perfect. And I don't think that that's what Christmas is about at all. I think Christmas is the exact opposite. I think it's supposed to remind you, look at all this great that you have despite it not being perfect.
Yeah.
And that's why I look forward to Christmas, and that's why I love Christmas.
Yeah. It's about like looking around you, all that you have, everybody around you. And I mean, not exactly like Thanksgiving, but like realizing all the love that's around you, everything like that. And I mean, like I said before, it's also about the birth of Jesus Christ, even if it's not exactly on that day. I mean, if it wasn't, then like, when would we celebrate it? And it's also kind of like, it's the end of the year, you get to look back and reflect upon the year and all the relationships that you start, all the relationships that you will keep moving forward and all of that. And I think it is just really important to look at and appreciate everything around you.
Yeah, and I like what you said because for the people that are super Christian, the people that follow the faith, Jesus was someone that taught that every day. He's someone that taught the same thing. I've been going to church recently and hearing a lot of these lessons that he talks about in his parables, and then the Gospels are recording that. I find a lot of what the church is teaching this cycle, because I'm pretty sure in the Catholic Church, if I'm right, they have a 3-year cycle of readings. So they don't do every single reading in 1 year. They cycle it through 3 years.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why they chose that, but that's just probably how it worked, because there's a lot of it. But this year I feel like I'm remembering that there's a lot of that good kind of, Jesus taught people be better, but also pat yourself on the back that you're making the best of it when it's not perfect. And I can't think off the top of my head like a specific parable or reading that comes off the top.
That exemplifies that.
Yeah, that exemplifies that. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I feel like I've been hearing that a lot more, and that's a really good reminder. Is that like make the best of what you can right now, especially in this time of year.
Yeah, of course. A little off topic. I wanted to ask a few holiday related questions, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
So, like, what would you say is like your favorite Christmas related movie?
Christmas related movie. I do like. Ooh, wait. I'm a big fan of Home Alone. That's really funny. It's always funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that's not cliche like that.
Dude, I was watching Reels the other day, and despite your political leaning, I think this one was kind of funny. It had, in Home Alone 2 when Donald Trump is there?
Yeah.
It had, like, Donald Trump completely redacted. Like, it was like a big black square when he walks on screen.
Oh, seriously? Because
it was like, who's that?
Yeah, who's this talking?
Because, like, the Epstein files and everything that went down with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny regardless of what you think. If you can't laugh at yourself and your opinions, if you don't agree with that, if you like Trump and you can't laugh at that, then like you're just like, it's okay to laugh at it. That doesn't mean you don't support. Yeah. Like let's be able to laugh at ourselves. That's how you show humility. That's how you show humility and respect to yourself in a way. What's another good movie? What's another good Christmas movie what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Me and my brother love Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home?
Yeah.
That's a good movie. Oh, dude, that's what it is. Bad Santa. I love Bad Santa.
Yeah,
that's so funny. It's so good. I crack up every time I watch it. It's a classic. Daddy's Home?
That's what's up. Yeah, I love Daddy's Home. The second one's also pretty good, but I think, I don't know. I think I just like the first one. The first one's probably, in my opinion, probably better.
Most first movies are the better ones.
I agree. I totally agree. We just got done watching the other day. We watched Avatar, the new one.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, and obviously, like the first one's like record breaking, and it's a really great movie. But I think the third one that just came out is also like stupid good.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to watch that then.
Yeah, it's a bit of an investment because it's kind of like a really long movie, but I do think like the bonds that you get to make with each character, you kind of get stuck with like this person, and I really enjoyed it personally. Yeah. What would you say is your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song. You know what? I really love a couple. I'm gonna rattle off a couple because I can't pick. The two Christmas songs from my childhood. First off, the ones that I can think of are Drake Bell did a cover of Jingle Bells, and then Big Time Rush did a Christmas song, Beautiful Christmas. I love both of those songs. Those are probably my first songs when I was a kid. They make me feel very happy and joyful. They get me amped up. And now when I'm an adult, though, I'm thinking, I can't remember. I gotta look at my playlist. I gotta bring out the notes because they're in there.
Yeah. For me, pretty basic. Mariah Carey. Like, I think Christmas would not be the same if she didn't make that song.
It would not. Honestly. And it's a staple. It's a hallmark. It's of Christmas.
And I was watching this reel. It was like most famous walkouts of all time. And
really?
Tyson Fury walked out to Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas," and I was like, dude, I didn't realize he did that, and that's amazing. Like, that's totally something I would have done in like, I mean, when I was wrestling in high school, I put videos of me pinning people and then put like Christmas music in the background. I'm like, this is exactly what I would have done. This is the season.
Tis the season. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
The season.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. So I got my playlist up here, and I'm looking at it. Christmas Always Finds Me by Ingrid Andress is a great one. It's like a slow little song. I don't know if anybody's ever heard it.
Yeah.
Another one is a classic, Carrie Underwood's "Do You Hear What I Hear."
Ooh. Yeah.
I really like the second part where she sings a child shaking in the cold. It just she ties in the song about the birth of Jesus, and it's a little religious in that way, and I think it's a great thing that can get the feels going. And I'll pick one more.
Yeah, I really like Silent Night.
Silent Night's a good one.
Silent Night and like Little Drummer Boy.
Little Drummer Boy. I watched that. My students and we watched that movie.
There's a movie for it.
There's like a little 30-minute short film.
Oh.
And it's like that old animation that the Rudolph movies were.
Oh, okay. So
were stop motion. So the song is good, but you also get to watch like this little short clip they made about it. And I think that the song is in there too, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool when it builds up to the song, and then the song is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I think that. I was short clips. I was watching this. Dude, on Amazon Prime, they have this Italian brain rot show that you can just watch.
Yeah.
And I watched the first 2 episodes, and dude, it's like, you got your tum 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 sahur, and you got your ballerina cappuccino, and dude, it's like, the 3rd episode was an hour long, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna watch that. But the first 2 episodes were 10 minutes, so I'm like, why not just, I've got nothing better to do, I'm on break, so.
So I got 10 minutes, and then an hour?
Yeah. But dude, it was like peak entertainment for those 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like Tung 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 Sahur and Ballerina Cappuccino gets stranded on this island, and they're just sitting on the beach, and then, Tralalero Tralala comes out of the sea, and, he's a shark, and they're like, like trying to run away, but like, dude's got shoes on running after them.
The crazy part is I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't watch brain rot.
That's so disappointing.
My brain is wrinkly. My brain is strong. My brain is firm. But I do know. I walked into the elementary room in my school the other day.
Yeah.
For our special ed kids, and we I just saw.
Whoa! Where is this going?
I saw them watching. I saw this one kid watching. He's a super sweet kid. He's a super nice kid. But he's on his iPad watching Italian brain rot, and I'm like, why are you guys letting him watch this? The teacher wasn't in the room. They were newbie supports, and I'm like, why are you guys letting him watch this? And they just kind of shrugged, and I'm like, all right, fine.
It's amazing, but it's also like, it's harmless. Like,
Is it harmless? It's called brain rot.
Yeah, well, that's just the name, but like,
okay.
They're just like cartoon characters. Like, there's no lore behind them. It's genuinely like, it seems pretty harmless, in my opinion. Okay. And the show was the show was pretty funny. I'm like, there's no way that they made, because the original characters were AI generated images, and the show is like hand drawn. So I'm just thinking about the concept of how someone hand drew something that was AI generated.
Oh yeah, so first it's AI generated, and then you have to draw it after.
Yeah.
It's like going through 2 filters.
Yeah, and then now they're getting voice actors to voice these characters, and I'm like, bro.
Hey, good for them. If that's what's making money these days, let's make money.
And I bring it up too because I spent a lot of time, like, when that stuff was coming up and getting popular, I'd have like 2 Italian friends that I would constantly send those videos to.
Would they get mad at it?
I mean, originally, like, at the beginning they would, and then they started like catching on, like, yo, this is funny.
Yeah,
like,
is it pretty funny?
I'm like, dude, am I saying this right?
Is this accurate?
Is this accurate?
Is this what you guys do?
Have you seen this guy in Italy?
Are these people walking the streets?
Yeah, it's just stupid stuff. So let me try. I'm trying to think of a good question. I mean, we're kind of. Do you have anything else you want to talk about as far as like holidays and like what you got planned? What are you doing for New Year's?
I didn't get that far yet. I didn't get far past Saturday.
You don't have any plans yet?
There's options. I have other people that I can insert myself into their groups. I hope I don't have to do that, and I'm actually invited to something. So just because that's like awkward, like you're just inserting yourself in, and it's like,
I know what you mean.
And I'm also hoping I'm invited because it's like, if I'm not invited to something, But we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing because we still haven't even figured out like what we're doing on Saturday fully. I don't think we just got the white elephant going. We don't know if we're doing anything else or if there's like another plan after that.
Yeah.
We didn't even finish that plan yet.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
What are you guys doing for the New Year's?
We're going over to. Are we staying? I know the plan is. I might be going over to Isaac Morales. He's been on the show for those that have been watching. But, I think we're going over to Isaac's. There's definitely going to be food. We've done it a few years. I don't know if we did it last year because there's been a few years that we've gone to my aunt's house in Springfield. But this year we're not doing that, so going back to Isaac's.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always fun. It's always fun.
Day one.
Yeah, day one.
Going to the day ones.
Since, I'd say about like 6th grade, 5th or 6th grade.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
And that's a respectable friendship. 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah. And I've had a lot of friends. Before that, I had several friends, but all of them moved away. He's like the only one that like stayed. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Like everybody. I feel like just because taxes and stuff in Bartlett just stinks, you know?
Yeah. It's a little bit of a higher end neighborhood. Well, it's not rich, but it's like a little bit more on that middle class, upper middle class kind of spectrum. But I know what you mean because like if I think about my friends from high school that weren't in running, most of them have moved away or we just stopped talking. High school cross country, half of them have either moved away or are moving on with their lives where they still live close, but they have school, jobs, other friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, like other priorities. And then some of them just went up and moved to other states.
Yeah.
So it's like I only get to see them when I visit them once or twice a year. And then college is even worse because some of those guys are still in college down in Aurora for me, and then but pretty soon they'll graduate, they'll move on, and the ones that I graduated with, they all either moved home and we're all just working. We're working real jobs, adult job. We're doing the adult thing.
Big boy jobs.
Yeah, we're doing that. He's like one guy moved to Chicago. Can't see him a lot. One guy. Well, I guess I could, but I just really hate going to Chicago all the time. And he's always doing stuff with his girlfriend, and I'm always doing something that's only a 20-minute drive away because I hate driving so much sometimes. Like I've got to go to Elmhurst today. Oh my God. I convinced my friend I'm going after this. I'm going to visit a friend. Another guy, I just realized another guy moved out to Chicago recently. Another one of my friends moved out to Chicago. I was like, why are you moving out to Chicago? You're leaving me? But now we're going to meet in Elmhurst, but that's still like, oh my God, I got to drive to Elmhurst. I hate driving. Yeah. So it's just like, it's hard because, you know, I wish the best upon my friends and families, but I have the luxury of the people that are closest to me. I want to see them, but some of their paths are taking them elsewhere in life, and that's great. I love what they're doing. Again, going back to Christmas, this season reminds me of that, and it forces me to remember, like, all right, get together with them, see them, like, make sure you get them together so that we can remember this. At least one more year we can remember this. But it's not like was in high school where you get to go to see your friends in class every day. Yeah. It's kind of a thing that it's hard to let go of that sometimes.
Yeah. And I kind of miss that. I mean, even in college, like I live pretty close to campus, even in college, it's like everybody's getting busy right now. I mean, especially towards the end of the semester. But literally, like everybody's. I'm like, yo, do you guys want to hang out this weekend? Nah, I gotta study. Blah blah blah. No, I'm going out of town. I got this. Blah blah blah. No, I've got research I gotta do for this professor. Blah blah blah. Like everybody's got like. Everybody's either got like a big boy job, everybody's doing research, everybody's like working, internships, studying, because everybody's got a test. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, they're all putting that energy into the merit, the credit, the work, the study, and that makes sense because that's what the next stage of that's what part of our life is in this lifetime.
Yeah, it's like. I don't know. I wish, not exactly like high school. I wish that there was, a way that a bunch of people my age could, hang out without any obligations. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
If we could just spend, one summer and just all hang out and not have to worry about, assignments due or, having to work all day, you know what I mean? Just to be able to survive. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my friend, he brought us up to his lake house for a 3-day weekend, and there was, not everybody from our college team that had already graduated, but most of them, and that was pretty freaking cool. That was pretty fucking cool, getting a lot of people together for 3 days straight, and it's there's no time that's passed, but at the same time, you get to tell stories about everything that has passed, and it's a nice, good balance. It's a nice, good balance of... I and this is another thing I think of is when we watch TV shows like How I Met Your Mother, The Office, etc. We watch those sitcoms and they have the main cast, right?
Yeah.
But that main cast or Friends as well. For the TV show Friends is those people are 26 to 33. That's kind of the range those TV shows take place in. I'm not even that yet. I'm only 24 years old.
You're not sitcom age.
No, I'm not sitcom. I'm not in my sitcom era. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I'm getting there, let me tell you. We're not in our sitcom era yet. But they always have that one couple of episodes where they have that friend from college that comes back, is getting married for a plot device. And the show's not about them. The show's not about the friend that they had in college or the people that they knew in college.
Yeah.
It's all the guests. They're all just guests, and we're still focusing on this main cast, so it's I wonder I feel what that's like now, where the people that used to be your TV show, your sitcom in high school and college, your main cast, are now the old guest stars. And now we have the new main cast, which is your current coworkers, the friends that are still sticking around.
Your family.
And your family, yes, exactly. And it's also so weird. It's just I'm the one living in my home now because I still live with my mom and dad. I live on my own, or I live in my home with my mom and dad. But my sister's the one that's going to college, and she's away. And so now she's the one that comes back, and I only see her a little bit. In the house, and hearing her stories are awesome. It's a very fascinating concept to understand how people come in and out of your lives.
It is, yeah. I think a lot, I always thought of people, not everyone, obviously, but like you said, like a sitcom, you got your side characters, you got your main cast. And then my one of my friends from school, I guess he looks at life more as a video game. So he's press X to interact. And he's oh no, sorry guys, I was late. I had an unskippable dialogue.
Yeah, it's just those little references, you know exactly what he's talking about.
Exactly, it's so funny.
Because it's so true sometimes.
Yeah, he's unskippable cutscene. I could not escape.
There's so many things that are references, and you never understand until you're an adult that stuff is true.
Yeah.
The real world is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It kind of reminds me of when you're a kid and your parents give you a long lecture and you just gotta sit there and you can't really say anything. It's kind of like an unskippable cutscene.
Yeah, that's part of that stuff too.
I'm like, it's funny how people have different outlooks. Like some people see it as like a sitcom, some people see it as like a video game, some people see it as like, I don't know, like a play, like interacting. You have your own lines, they have their own lines. I'm not sure how other people see life, but I don't know. I think I view it as like a mixture of like a sitcom and a video game.
It's almost like to me a sitcom and a documentary.
Mm.
Because the documentary is like factual, but then the sitcom is funny. But
Yeah.
the video game part is interesting because the video game aspect allows for choice.
Yeah.
Choice, interaction, repeatability.
Yeah.
Although you only get one life, you can't crash the game and come
So when
back.
you say like documentary sitcom, like The Office, or like
Kind of, yeah. That's like a docu-series
yeah.
or like a documentary. Sometimes it's just like a straight documentary, like you're looking at your life. I see the way that it's come together. Excuse me. I see the way it's come together. Like I said, I've read some of my old journal entries. I've thought about my headspace back then, or a friend tells me, like, reminds me, hey, did this ever pan out?
Yeah.
And it just brings me back to that mindset. Or listening to a podcast episode that I did a year ago, it reminds me, this is how far you've come, and it reminds me there's that much farther to go. Because, like, you know, you're only like a quarter of the done with your life. Hopefully, you're not expending your whole peak yet. hopefully there is more to come.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's totally valid. I kind of want to go into like your goals and everything. But I want to start off asking like, I know you mentioned that you went to that place with your team from Elmhurst, you said?
No,
With your what was it?
What do you mean? Are you talking about my race?
No. You said that like one of your teammates brought almost everyone together, and that it was like a
Oh yeah,
cool
at his lake house.
Yeah. So are
Over
you
the
guys
summer.
all still running, or is that
Most of us, no. I still am. I haven't run in a couple weeks because I thought I sprained my shoulder, but I might have actually sprained my
How
shoulder.
did that happen?
Well, I work at a behavioral therapist school, and we have kids that freak out sometimes. And one kid who's I can't remember what the classification of he's technically classified as intensive, or at least he used to be, and then he just recently got cleared, and he hadn't had a problem in years, and then he just had a problem now, and he actually was so bad. He got kicked out of school for it, and it took like 7 adults to stop him, and I tweaked my shoulder. I don't know how I tweaked my shoulder, either when he shoved me into the door or when he grabbed my shirt and tried to I think he tried to tackle me to the ground, if I'm understanding correctly. But I didn't feel it that day, and then I just kind of went about my life and kept running, and then it started hurting, and I tried to go through my memory, like what did I do, and I think
That's the only thing you could think
that's
of.
the only thing I could think of
Yeah.
that happened. And then the nurse checked me out, and she said, this might be a sprain, this is how you take care of it, you need to go to the doctor. I'm not going to go to the doctor.
Just wait it out.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait it out. Well, we're going to see. So I haven't run because I was running, and then it was getting really bad one day, and I thought to shut it down, to the point where it hurts. It hurts when I breathe in and out.
Oh.
That's kind of important to running.
Yeah.
But it's not like a lung issue, and it's not like it's like a muscle or a ligament problem back here. So I need to get back into running. I did get a race in recently. I ran a 450 mile.
Ooh.
And that was pretty cool.
That's something.
Yeah,
That's something.
Yeah. And then I got hurt with the shoulder sprain. So at least I got my one good race in.
Yeah.
To get it out of my system.
That's
and then,
what's up.
so hopefully I can race again late January when indoor starts. But I'm also I'm also just trying to revamp my training. Like I had just gotten done revamping my training, like a slightly new training style, and then I got hurt. So it's like, all right, I guess God's trying to force me to take a break. And you know what? In these past 2 weeks, I had a lot going on in my job, and I for the past couple of days have had a lot going on in my personal life, socially, and I think this is a good time to be hurt because I think
I was gonna say
I think God's
if
forcing
anything.
me. I think God's forcing me. Sometimes I think God forces me to take a break.
Yeah.
Right, because He has to, because I'm not going to do it on
Yeah.
my own. So I think that's the right move right now.
Yeah. Are you thinking about doing the alumni run?
Yes, I am going to do that. I
was contemplating it, but I'm like, 8 a.m. is so early.
Well, it's on the 31st.
Yeah.
It's not on January 1st. It's on the 31st. You can show up if you want to.
Yeah.
Sir
I
Luco's
was thinking about it. I might go.
Sir Luco's going to be there.
The king.
The king. Yeah, he's not the coach anymore.
Oh yeah.
He's the athletic.
Where's he at again?
He's the athletic director at Larkin.
Oh, at Larkin.
And he's doing a good job.
I completely forgot about that like side lore right there.
Yeah, the side quest. The cut scene.
So do you know who was the coach at Bartlett?
Deku. I don't know if you know.
Deku. Oh, dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
My brother was telling me that Deku had gone. Was it Deku? I want to say it was Deku. It might have been. Was she like the sprinting coach or something last year?
No, she was always the assistant cross country coach, and she's also the badminton coach.
Oh,
our boys.
I'm definitely thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, our boys track sprinting coach. That's Powers.
Deku was she the math teacher?
Yeah, she's the math teacher.
Okay, she's the math teacher. No, there's somebody else, and I don't remember her name. That was one of the coaches. I want to say she was like the sprinting coach. That my brother was like, yeah, she went up to me and asked like about my brother, cause dude, asked about me, cause apparently I had no idea. She was one of the teachers at the daycare I used to go to.
Really?
Yeah, and like she specifically remembered me. I'm like, there's no way.
That's such a small world.
Yeah, I'm
man.
like, how did that happen? Like, when did she get into sprinting? It's so random.
You never know. You never know the paths that people. You never know the tangents that people take, and then you cross paths one day. You're like, where the hell did you come out of?
I'm saying, because do you remember Chase Hopkins?
Yes, I do.
He also went to that daycare, and I hadn't seen him since that daycare. And then like in high school, I was like, yo, is that like? And then I remember asking him, I was like, yo, are you like the dude from my daycare?
Yeah,
like,
are you the dude I went to preschool?
You like, did you go to Friendship Corner? And he was like, yeah, actually. Wait, no way.
Yeah. Chase, one time, it's funny you mentioned Hopkins, because one time my sister was at a party in high school, and she saw Chase there. And I don't know how, like, one of them figured out the other one knew me, and then that's how they know each other and bonded. And my sister told me that later. I was like, wow, this isn't a small world. Isn't it a small world, sis?
Honestly, dude. I remember seeing, like, one of my friends from work when I was working at the school district in Elk Grove. I remember seeing one of the kids from there. Me and my friend from school were like walking around Omaha, because that's where our school is, in Omaha. And we just randomly saw that kid just like walking around in Omaha, like with his family. And I was like, yo, is that Matt? Like, is that Matt over there? I was like, no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, sometimes you see a face on it. Sometimes it's the opposite.
We're like 3 states over. What are the odds of that?
Yeah. Oh, you wonder if it's fate.
Yeah.
You wonder if it's like a little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Like, you know how Pixar throws in Easter eggs, Marvel throws in Easter egg. You wonder if it's like God throwing in a little Easter egg for the fans, for the fans that are watching at home.
Like how certain movies like allude to other movies.
Yes, they reference other movies. Yeah, it's like we're referencing this other TV show this kid was in once upon a time.
That's looking hella funny. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. It is.
So you've been running. Do you have any like running goals or just life goals in general that you wanna talk about?
I'll start with
I know you said that you listened to the last episode, as they've evolved from that episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with my running. I'll start with my running goals because that's pretty simple. That's pretty straightforward. I'm looking to get. This is my second year out of college running, and I'm looking to get my junior year PRs again because last year I hit my college sophomore personal best. So logically, the next step is and I ran the same exact race. December. This past race that I ran it 1 year ago. I ran a mile. I ran 4:58, and I ran 4:50 the other week. And training had been spotty for the last 3 weeks, so I wasn't exactly the best. But I had done better then. So I'm on this progression that I want to hit my junior year PRs. I think I can do it. I think I got a little bit of a better training. I got a little bit of a better training plan, and I think I got a little bit of a better training mentality as well. That I'm going to try my best to get in shape and run some races and see if I can get back to my 1500 was 4:20. My 3K was 9. I think my 3K was 9:10 or 9:13 or something like. No, I think it was 9:14. It was 9:14, and I'm just really looking to get under 9:20. And that would be I'm pretty happy with that. And my 5K, I would really like it to get under 16:20 again. We'll see. I haven't done a lot of long distance in a while. I've only done 4 races in the past 6 months. I think I ran a 4-mile race on the 4th of July. I ran the Bix at the end of July, which is a 7-mile race. I ran the Spartan Classic 8K on cross country 8K in September, and then in November I ran a 3-mile cross country race, and then I ran a mile indoors on December. So that's 5 races in 6 months, and I'm on the right path. I think I'm on a decent path because I'm trying this new mentality with running and the rest of my life. So I'm gonna transition to the whole life now, which is almost like I don't know how to describe it other than a balanced mentality. Keep everything balanced and flip the switch. Because if you imagine a seesaw, they're all ideally balanced. But when you have to put energy into one task, when you have to focus on one thing or do some simple chore or a big task in life, you have to change directions, you have to focus, you have to zoom in. And that will tip the scale, metaphorically speaking. That will tip the scale of will put stress on you in a way. And that's a normal thing. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull myself back from that, where I can forget about that one scale when I'm done with it, or when I fail, or when I make a mistake, and I go and focus on something else, and then I can pull myself back after I'm reset back to that original task or goal that I focus on. So I'm trying to simultaneously stop spreading myself too thin, like a rubber band, and think of it more like switching places, switching roles, putting on a different hat, switching mindsets. That's kind of the next life goal. And I'm doing that in my job. I'm doing that in running. I'm doing that in my social life as well. And I'm also just doing that in my personal growth as a person, as a human being, that you need to forgive yourself a little bit more if you come up short. It's not the end of the world, and you don't always have something to prove. And if you're just someone that's second best at something, that's better than third or fourth or fifth place. And that's something I have to make peace with. That's kind of the new mentality. That's kind of and I've been doing that for a while. There have been like seeds of that throughout the past 2 or 3 years of my life. My last year in college, my first year out of college, and then now. And I didn't really know that that was happening, but now it's kind of clear this is where I'm going. And I think it's working out a little bit better. I'm a lot more calm. I'm a lot better at coping. And I'm a lot better at focusing when I need to, being adaptable and flexible.
Yeah. Where did you pick up this mentality from? Or is it something that you derived yourself?
It is always something that was lectured to me
Yeah.
since I was a kid. And the problem is that my dad would tell me it, my friends would tell me it, my teammates would tell me it, my coaches would tell me it. And I think I had a unique experience as a kid that with all of the goals that I had in school, in running, through high school and college, and my personal life, they were very focused on very specific things that I could handle and accomplish and juggle. My senior year of college, when I was going out into the world, or I was starting to think about the world, the real world, the next stage of life, it was very hard to have that mentality. So it's something that I've always been told throughout my whole life, but was never applicable. Because I think if I applied that philosophy early on in life, I'm not the person I am now. I think I'm better for it, having that person on reserve to tap into if I need it. But now it's been time in the past 4 years. I need to drop that person. I need to stop being so hyper fixated on things and meticulous, and I need to stop being so driven that it has to be a certain way or it has to always be perfect. Now I can be a little bit more flexible and malleable. Life kind of broke me, that it made me not perfect so many times that it kind of broke me to like from that mold. So now I'm like trying this new mentality out that everybody's been trying to teach me forever, and it's kind of nice.
Yeah. So when you started to apply this like mentality, is there any like evidence of it working? How should I word it? Like how have you seen improvement since you've like started to implement like this balance in like all spheres, or like effort and everything?
You know what? I think the most fundamental, obvious thing is my physical health.
Yeah.
Because physical health is very determined by mental stress, mental anxiety. As I can make peace in my life, and as I can make peace in my life in a different way and have these new tools in my toolbox to use, it takes a lot of that pressure and stress and anxiety off, or it makes me okay with them. It makes me okay with having them because they're supposed to be there, because that's how you get shit done, is using those emotions when shit hits the fan, or when you need to get a fire under your ass to do shit. I'm okay with it now. And I've seen in the past couple of months that I have been taking care of myself a lot better. I have been doing a little bit more of my multivitamin supplements, my fiber supplement. I've been hydrating a little bit better, protein powder. This is going along with running, but it kind of branched out in the rest of my life that I take a break when I need to. And I've been seeing, just with less stress and anxiety in my brain, I can look at myself in the mirror and I can see like my face looks a little better. My body feels a little stronger, a little bit more rested. And I oddly enough, I feel less hungry. I'm eating the same amount of food, but I feel less hungry because I guess my brain is not using as much of the calories that I intake for all of its anxiety and stress. Kind of like it's using less calories to go over all the anxieties and stress and like stress all that out. So and my like even my hair on my head is a little bit healthier. It's less it's got more volume. It's got less stringy dry strawness to it, and
It's like thicker.
it's like a little thicker.
Yeah.
My facial hair is a little bit thicker as well. It looks a little bit more even and healthy. I'm getting less acne. I think I have a couple pimples right now because I shaved the other day, so I got that shaving acne. But it's like those things are like, I can see in the mirror that it's working. Now the trade-off of that is that I notice that my eyes are getting a little bit more puffy, and I think that's because maybe that's a trade-off. Maybe it's going somewhere else, or maybe that energy is going somewhere else. So, but it's overall feeling a lot better, sleeping a lot easier. It's a lot. I would not say it's easier of a life because my life is getting harder, but it's a lot more manageable of a life.
That's good. I like how making like one slight change in your lifestyle, one slight change in your mentality, one slight change in whatever can like literally change so much visually. Like I asked that question not expecting you to go like saying, "Oh yeah, my hair feels fuller, I don't feel like I have as much acne," like all of this. Like that it's crazy that just making that small change was able to like change damn near everything.
And it doesn't feel like a small change at all because
Yeah.
it changes your whole world. But you're right, it is such a small thing.
Yeah.
That I think is it's a lost teaching, and there's so many lost teachings from the old world that maybe we need to bring some of that back.
Yeah.
Because people be stressing out too much these days and like tweaking over little shit.
Yeah. And I honestly hope that people can like find that one thing that they need to change.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, because I feel like so many people are so stressed out. They just need like one single thing like you. I mean, that could fix that and like I guess fix a lot of other things too.
Yeah, because then when we can fix ourselves, we usually have a lot more gratitude and forgiveness and freedom to fix the rest of the world around us. So it's like we're only gonna make the world worse if we get worse in an individual level.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and the worse we get, the more we complain, and nobody's trying to hear all that.
No,
and it just makes things worse, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Yeah. I think, these last few weeks have been, like, the most stressful time of my life, I'm saying.
Yeah? You got school?
So, the finals were awful this semester, but I made it through, and I passed with, like, A's and C's this time.
Hey, so. that doesn't matter, man. A's and C's.
C's get degrees, right?
C's get the degrees. They do. Who cares?
We made it through, though. Survived. On to next semester.
What was
more obligations,
but what was that? What was that like for you to have a sudden ramp up? You say that was the most stressful time in your life. Did you know that at the time, or do you only know that thinking back now that it's over?
Yeah, during the time, man, because there's just so much going on. Like, I had just gotten accepted for my internship. So I was
nice.
I was calling the guy, like setting up an appointment for the following week, and that was something I was taking care of during that week. And then I got another email saying like, "Oh, you unfortunately we're not going to take you to be an RA," because I really wanted to be an RA to help save money. So that's another thing that's like in the back of my mind. And on top of that, I had 6 finals. Literally all of my classes had a final. I had an essay, and I had a what's it called? I had an essay and I had a project that was due like the first 2 days of finals week. So I was struggling to even study before because I had to finish those two, the essay and the project before.
Right, of course.
And so I had exams almost every single day. The only day that I slept that week was Sunday and Thursday. So I pulled back-to-back all-nighters Monday through Wednesday.
That's absolutely ridiculous. You didn't sleep for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday?
I think the most I got was like 2 hours of sleep.
That's ridiculous because I'm telling you right now, if I go like one day without sleeping, I cannot function at all.
Yeah.
I am so I envy people that can do that because there's going to be one day in my life where I got to do that, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand how I was able to do it. Like, my friends were looking at me like, you're crazy. But I was like, when I was studying, like, I'm not like a kid with ADHD. I'm not somebody that needs Adderall or anything. I didn't take Adderall, obviously, but like, I felt like I was completely like wired.
Really?
The level of focus that I was able to reach just off of like just caffeine was crazy.
Because see, that's like almost survival.
Yeah.
Like your survival instincts are kicking in because humans can do that. We have that ability that we can go a couple days. Just the body works overtime. Just get us through this little part so that we can survive, and then you can rest all you want afterwards. And then afterwards, you're like tired for a week.
Yeah.
You wonder why, because you were up for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. So it's like you can do these like freak things, and especially when we're younger, we can do these freak things that our body has that break in case of emergency button in case something like that happens. And it's a good thing we do, because that stuff does happen.
What you gotta do is like, I like how you said it's like survival, because that's what it felt like. It's like I was tapping into something like maybe I should like some secret power that I have.
Yeah, some primal. You activated another part of your brain that's like in the reserves.
Yeah. That extra, like, what is it? What do they say? Like, that you only use certain percent of your brain.
Yeah.
And I tapped into like that extra. I don't know.
Maybe you added 2%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, if you asked me a question about anything other than school, I probably wouldn't have been able to.
Because you were that.
I was that, like, wired that week. It was insane.
That's good that you got through that, though.
And I pulled, okay, so, like, I had gone, I told you, Sunday to Wednesday without sleeping. I slept Wednesday night, but it was, like, basically, like, Thursday morning to like Thursday morning, you know what I mean? Jesus. And then Thursday night I had to pull another because I had 2 finals on Friday.
Oh my god.
And then Friday I finished my 2 finals, went home and just collapsed.
Yes, because you're done.
I slept. It was nice.
Yeah, because your body's like, all right, we're done.
Yeah,
we're done with this.
It's over.
The crisis is over.
I think what also helped was like going to the gym, because it helped like keep me awake. But Friday after I finished those exams, I'm like, okay, like let's see if I can even go to the gym. I remember walking into the gym, like walking up to a rack and just being like, nah.
No, it's like you already know. You're like, your brain's like, nah, bro, go to bed.
Go home.
It's like, nah, we know this isn't important right now.
Just got in my car, left, went home, just collapsed on my bed.
Good on you, brother. Good on you, brother.
I remember I woke up at like, must have been like 4 or 5, to like a bunch of messages. My friends were like, yo, do you want to go get food?
You're like, oh, no, not really.
Yeah, I really don't, but like, let's go.
Yeah, it's just like, we gotta keep going and do it again.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was food. But then we were like, yo, do you like want to spar? I think that's what we ended up doing. We ended up going to spar, like doing some MMA sparring.
Really?
Yeah, which is so much fun. And then we went out to eat to like this gyro spot in Omaha that we had just found. It was so good. So good.
It was like a victory meal?
Yeah, man, and that sparring, like, I felt bad. I had to get some frustrations out from that week.
Good, yeah, you gotta get it out.
It was like, what do you call it? Like, it just needed to get out. Like, I just needed to get it out.
I know what you mean, bro.
Sometimes I felt bad, like, and there were times over the semester that I would have an exam and there'd be like MMA right after, and I would just avoid it because I'm like, I'm gonna hurt somebody at this point, like, and I don't even think it's ego at that point. It's just I'm just afraid of just exploding.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, because there's that fear in you, like, oh, I don't want to do something, and there's that great foresight of like, I am not going to put myself in a position where that that animal can come out.
Yeah.
Because we're not beyond that animal all the time. We're not. No matter how much no matter, even the best person in the world can be pushed to that limit, and we need to make sure that we stay away from that, because that's not right. And that's good on you that you did that. You because that's something that I have to do with my job too, is I have to make sure that I don't do something wrong when there's problems with kids.
Like that kid that had pushed you.
Yeah, like he
into the door.
He pushed me into a door. He punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Tried to tackle me to the ground.
Yeah. And all you can really do is just like grab him, right?
Yeah, I was trying to grab arms, and for like 30 seconds while all this was happening, there was like a bunch of adults around, and they were just like watching and not doing anything, because they were all scared to get involved, because this kid is not a normal kid. He's an intensive kid.
Yeah.
He's technically intensive, even though he was just cleared. He still had that in him, and that animal in him came out, and he didn't want it to come out, but it did. And I feel bad for that kid that it
took him, really control it.
It took him an hour. It took them an hour to get him to calm down.
Yeah.
They were in holds with him for 30 minutes, and then even afterwards he was unresponsive for the next like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Until his grandpa picked him up, and that was something hard for everybody, and that was something hard because I had to sit there and like get beat up for 30 seconds by a 13-year-old. Like that's pretty hard to let yourself get beat up by a 13-year-old. I mean, like physically, it hurts, I guess, a little bit, but it's worse because you're trying to control yourself so that you don't hurt a kid, or you don't do anything that's fireable. You don't. And then also you're trying to keep your cool so you don't get embarrassed in front of your coworkers. Embarrassing as it is to get beat up by a 13-year-old.
You just get like a big net.
Yeah, you gotta sit there and try and grab an arm. You gotta sit there and try and grab an arm and wait for everybody else to get involved, and eventually
try to grab something.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, you guys should get like big old net that like covers the whole kid, just like a fishing net type deal.
I wish we could do that. We're not even allowed to. We can't even like block punches like grabbing the fist, because his wrist could get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Like if he tweaks his wrist the wrong way, that's on us.
I can imagine people with like big hands that's easy.
Yeah, that would be pretty easy to do.
You're a bigger dude. Yeah.
So it's hard to keep that animal in sometimes.
Yeah.
And that animal will come out if you don't
find a way to, I don't know, because like what I would do instead of like going to MMA on those days is I'll just go to the gym and just lift weights furiously, like.
And that's the healthy way to get it out. Not going up and beating someone up in MMA. You're right.
Yeah, I'm like jiu-jitsu. I mean, I'm sure it's less what's the word? There's less harm involved, but I'm afraid that like I'll get too what's the word? Like I'll take someone's back, I'll try to get a rear naked, and if I don't get it under their chin, I'll just do it over their face. And that's just I don't know if you know what that means.
I can picture it.
But like doing it over somebody's face is just, that's a dick move, like.
Yeah.
But if you're me and you're pissed off, like that just might be what you do.
Yeah, it's possible, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I'd be afraid that like I'll just rip an arm bar or something, and honestly I'd be afraid.
I know exactly what you mean. It's like, and I think that there's a lot of people in the world that unfortunately they don't take care of themselves in the right way. They don't have that foresight to not want to hurt people that I wish they had, so that the world could be a better place and we don't hurt each other for that. Because I feel like a lot of people hurt others on accident or for reasons like you just said, where they're not like us, where we have a bad day, we feel that, we don't want to do that to people, but other people do, and that's not right. And I wish that there was a way to fix that. I think the world would be a better place.
Yeah. I think, and that's what we, like, for it to be a better place, I think we just need to make those small changes. Like you said, whether it's in your mentality, in your lifestyle, in your health, in your routine, habits, everything. just a small changes at a time. Set small goals, or long-term goals if that's what you need to get yourself, and to hold yourself accountable to make those changes. You know, I think it's all important.
Yeah, I do too, and it's something that we need to get back to.
Yeah.
As a society.
Yeah, like you said, the old world. We need to bring back
The old world. The old world knew this.
stuff.
The old world knew this stuff. You look at the ancient Asians especially. Like they wrote all this stuff down. They knew what was up.
Yeah.
They wrote it down in a different way, but they knew what's up.
Yeah. I was just watching this reel the other day, and it was about like how apparently in like ancient China before they believed in like what is it, Buddhism.
Yeah.
And those other religions, apparently they believed in like one single God, and they had apparently if you look at their certain words, I don't have any examples of this because obviously I haven't looked at it, but certain of their what do you call their characters? Certain characters are combinations of other characters or more like older characters, and so like some of them, like I think one of them was like the lamb in like love or something, and it's like literally like Jesus, and that's that one combination will be like something else, and that's just randomly and spewed into their like one of their characters. It's
That's
crazy.
fascinating.
Yeah, it's really. I could show you the clip after this if I can find it, but I was like, whoa, I would never thought about it like that. That's crazy.
There's a lot more similarities in the whole world than people realize.
Yeah.
If you look at what everyone was trying to do and what everyone was trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most definitely.
I think the new world is slowly falling apart. If you know what I mean.
The new world got computers too fast after we went to the moon.
Yeah.
Like everything was fine until we decided to put a smartphone in everyone's hands. I think everything, because I was watching this TV show. I was American Horror Story, and they were doing something about it. And I don't even know if this statistic is real, but I know what the meaning behind it is so true. Is that if you take someone from the 1st century AD and put them in the 14th century AD, so we're talking like 13 centuries later.
Yeah, they could still live and survive.
They can adapt.
Yeah.
But if you take someone from the year 1950 and put them in 2025, 75 years later, they're going to have an overwhelming anxiety about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know any proof that that's real, but I believe that in my heart because like as someone that I don't know if I've talked about this before I feel like I talked about this before on the last episode I was on, but maybe I'm not because I feel like I mentioned this a lot, is I didn't have a smartphone or social media. No, I take that back. I didn't have social media until I was 17 years old. And that was partially my choice, partially my parents' choice, and a lot of it was just like, I just forgot about it and I didn't need it because I had my friends and they didn't care.
Yeah.
I had access to a TV my whole life, right? So we're controlling for basically the social media and the smartphone. I had access to a TV my whole life, from the ages of 13, probably like 11 or 12 and up. I had access to a laptop to watch or stream content, and then I had a smartphone from the time that I was 14 up. But none of this crazy like anxiety stuff started until I was probably like 19. And even when I got the social media when I was 17, I was like barely on it. Like I didn't even really use it. So it's like until I delved into that. It was also when COVID hit. So it's like there was so many different factors that I think hit me at once to like change me. But if you control for a lot of variables, it's like the social media, the smartphone was definitely something that I was very grateful for that I did not have at a young age, because working with children in special ed, it's not the right sample size, but working with children in special ed and seeing them how they have access to everything from the minute they're born, they are just, I can tell there's so many habits that are underdeveloped in them, that they are not patient enough, that they are not determined enough, that they want quick answers, and they take everything at face value, and it's hard to watch that, because I wonder
what the following generation will look like.
I wonder what that's like. It's like, so I feel like all the smart people are realizing that when I have a kid, we're going to teach them how to use this stuff correctly. Because you can't go the other route either. Because there's people that are like, oh, we didn't let our kid watch cable, no laptop, no phone, whatever. And then they go into the world, and then they're overwhelmed the same way.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't do that. You have to meet in the middle. You have to accept the world as it is, and you have to teach the kids, how do we manage this and responsibly manage this, because you're always going to get some kind of like trauma, brain damage, but you like from it, like you're always going to get that.
You're right.
But you can keep
brain
it to a
rot.
minimum. You can keep the kid smart enough to realize when it's eating away at their life, or you can keep the kid minimally traumatized by it, because every generation has their shit.
Yeah.
You know, like whether it's like going to war, or it's like dealing with an overwhelming cyberbullying culture online. It's like, we have all these battles to fight. Every generation has their battle to fight. And I think it would be better to just, instead of ignoring it, we need to teach kids how to be responsible with it. Because I feel like I got lucky with that. My parents were pretty real with me in most things, and I realized that those things that they were real with me at, I can handle, and the stuff that they weren't, I can't handle it as well. I had to learn it on my own. So it's like, I think we need to be a lot more real with our kids and trust them a little bit more, that they're not going to be perfect, but we can make them the best that we can, and that they're going to see this for themselves. Or at least show them that there's a better way.
Yeah, I think teaching responsibility, like you said, is just so important.
Yeah. I
think you can't really, like, a lot of parents just throw them straight into the pool, like straight into the deep end. And I know so many kids like that. Like, I don't know, my parents, when it came to like video games and stuff, I wasn't allowed to play, obviously, like rated M games, but I had a lot of friends growing up, first grade, second grade, already playing Call of Duty, whatever. I don't know if you're like that, but I don't know. I was just like, yo, like, that's crazy. I can't even watch movies that show that stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't really think that that's something a 10-year-old should be playing, is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Yeah, I remember seeing that, like, as a kid, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But now I'm like, yo, they have access to so much more than just that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They do.
That's insane.
And it's everywhere. And it's so easy. Like, we block so many websites on our students' laptops with just, like, pictures of guns. It's not even, like, the game is stupid. Like, Call of Duty... Or not stupid. Like, so realistically harsh, like Call of Duty. It's just a stupid cartoon game. And they ban it. And the kids keep finding all this new stuff. I'm like, how are you finding this?
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sure that's happening.
Oh my god!
If they grew up with it, I'm sure they can find ways to get around.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because what they learned is how to find it. On the internet.
Yeah. It's great. That's insane.
It's a great skill to have. It's not a really great skill to have though.
Yeah, that's true. So we're at about an hour 10. So. I don't know how much time you have left, but I'd like to ask if you have any advice for people watching this episode, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's other areas of life, or just advice in general.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap this up with advice. I think I've said a lot of things so far that people should apply with, like, be wary of technology, but not be wary of technology like I'm some old school guy. Be wary of technology, like, don't get so addicted to it or think it's the end all be all, and make sure you just take a break from it, because it's going to consume you. Keep your life balanced so that you don't define yourself by one thing, because if you define yourself by that one thing, and it crumbles or you fail at it, then you feel like an entire failure and you don't have something else to lean back on. And then that is so much of a harder hill to climb back up than if you had other supports with you. But I do think maybe one thing I can add is I think that the world is, this is going to be so hypocritical because I started this off saying that Christmas is a time to think that the world isn't perfect, but we need to count our blessings. We need to get together and remember that. I think that should be a year-round mentality of we need to understand how good we have it when we do, and we need to remember that life is cyclical. The good times last. The good times don't last, but the bad times also don't last. There will be an up to a down. But we need to be real with ourselves that when we're in the bad, it's not going to fix ourselves. The world is a harsh place. The world can be a harsh place. And I think putting the odds in your favor, but still understanding that you don't want to give yourself false hope that everything is going to work out the perfect way you want. Take what you can get so that you can make your life the best that you can, not what you dream of. And be real with yourself. Be real with yourself about your emotions. This is what I feel. This doesn't make me a bad person. My actions make me a bad person. My thoughts don't make me a bad person. My criminal record would make me a bad person. I don't know. Like, just whatever you need to tell yourself to distinguish.
How you act on it.
Yeah, how you act on it. It's like we as people, we have a lot of thoughts and emotions. There's nothing wrong with those things. It's when you go out there and yell at somebody or do a bad thing or take it out on everybody else is the problem. And I think that's something that the world needs to learn how to not do, is take it out on each other. And even if it is that person's fault, as harsh as it sounds, if it's somebody else's fault, a victim will blame everybody else and a hero will blame themselves. And it's way more complex than that statement, because I don't remember where I heard that, but I don't think that statement truly flushes out what the mentality is that, like, if something bad happens to you, or if you're down on your luck, or if something terrible is happening in the world, you have to fix what you can and understand that it might not be your fault, but it might be your responsibility. And that's kind of a hard truth. That's kind of a hard pill to swallow, because why is it my problem to fix everybody else? Sometimes we all need to do that because no one else is going to fix it.
Yeah.
It would be great if everybody had that mentality, because then we wouldn't have problems, but some people need to be the people that fix it for everybody else.
Yeah.
At least one time.
Even if it's not your fault.
Yeah, and it's like if you constantly dwell on the fact that it's not your fault, you're still not fixing the problem. Like, we still have a problem to fix. Like, as one of my students, he blames everything on his upbringing. And he has had, like, the worst life that I could ever possibly imagine. And I agree with that. But that doesn't condone the fact that he's only 13 years old and he can still show up to school.
He can still change it and make it better.
Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Which is, maybe he doesn't agree with it, but are you going to shoot yourself in the foot and die on that hill and make your life miserable? Or are you going to make your life the best you can in this system that you can't change? All of that, it sounds really hopeless. It sounds really conforming, but you can't change the system if you fight it. A lot of times, that doesn't always work. There's only that 1% chance that it works. It's way more likely that you can still make the life that you want, and it's going to be a lot better than what you think. Is kind of the mentality. Do the best you can. Be real with yourself and do the best you can. Yeah, is my advice.
No, I like how you phrase it, and I like how you had examples for all of it. Like, I like how you said that that phrase where you said a hero will take responsibility, even if it doesn't mean that you're the one to blame for whatever happened. I think that, like, that's something that a lot of people take away from this, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I think we spend so much time like shifting the blame. Oh, it's this person's fault. Oh, it's that person's fault. But like a real hero, as he put it, would actually like step in and be like, okay, well, I don't care if it's their fault. Like, we need to make things right. We need to fix this. And like you said, your student, even if they're in a bad situation, they can still make the best out of it. They can still make the right decision. They can still treat people the right way and do the right thing.
Yeah. And there's not always a way to ask for help, but a lot of times you have to suck up the courage. You have to find the courage to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, you don't know. No one's going to be mad at you if you don't know. But you should ask if you don't know.
Yeah. That's something, like, as we get older, we start to learn more and more, like, it's okay to ask for help, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Everybody needs help.
We all need help.
Yeah.
Help someone during this Christmas season.
Yes, sir. That's what Jesus did.
Every day.
Every day of his life, he was helping somebody.
Yes.
Every day.
And he was making other people help others. And he was telling them, see, isn't this a good thing? You help that guy.
Yep.
You're making life better.
I remember I was watching, my church group, we've been going through the book of Luke.
Right.
This month. So, I don't remember which book it was, or which chapter it was, but the one where the lady had come up to him and like just touched like his garment,
right,
and it like fixed everything.
Yeah, like that's not fair. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'm like, man, like that sounds so awesome, but
yeah.
like it's crazy that he was like helping people without even being aware, like, you know what I mean? Like that was something that he was just walking down the road, and she just grabbed his basically like his jacket or like part of his clothing, and it healed her of what she had been fighting for so long. And I'm like, that's Jesus for you. That's
and you know what? She didn't hurt him. She didn't take anything from him, and I bet he wasn't mad.
Yeah.
I bet he was happy for her.
He was, yeah, because I don't remember exactly what he said. He turns around and is like, he's basically like says her by name, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, he recognizes you. He recognizes all of us, and he wants to help all of us. So like, that's what it's all about. That's the reason for the season, helping everybody. We give out gifts, but you know that's what it's about, making everybody happy.
Yeah, it's about giving, not getting.
Yes, sir. All right. So, I want to wrap this up. I know we started off with like Christmas stuff, and we kind of talked about like, I think I was talking about like Italian brain rot or whatever.
Yeah,
but
you were.
We were talking. Then we went into talking about like, running and like, your goals and everything, and then running goals, and then we started talking about like your mentality and everything, and how that had changed and all of that, and then we worked our way into I want to say eventually we started talking. My last question was like advice you have, so we've been talking about that for a little while. So yeah, I just want to wrap this up, but I think you've given like such good advice. I mean, obviously at the end and throughout, how to improve anyone's life, honestly. And your stories obviously were always the best, always very interesting. Whether it's about that kid who pushed you or other stuff that had occurred. But hey man, like I just thank you for getting on. Thank you for hitting me up. It's been a pleasure.
It's always been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, and I'll be back for my third episode.
Part 3.
Yeah, part 3. We'll see.
Let's go.
I can't wait to see how my answers are different.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Goal Swole Podcast. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to drop a like. And if you plan on listening to any future episodes, make sure to subscribe and click that notification button.